Hey, good morning. How is everybody? Happy Thursday. I feel like it's been a while since I have done a Facebook Live and have just really been inspired lately to talk with my one-on-one clients, talk with, I'm going to X out of some stuff here, about mindset, about my personal mindset practice that I have, and why it's so important as a business owner that you have that. Okay, so number one, I want to just see where, because I was having difficulty getting on Facebook Live. Good morning. Okay, so I'm seeing people starting to hop on. If you're here, if you could just flip me a thumbs up or something, just so I know you're here with me, that would be fantastic. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I don't want to do, okay. Okay, there we go. Hi guys, good morning. Okay, we are good here. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Somebody help me. It is actually really difficult to do, Facebook Lives from a seriously tiny little phone. Oh my gosh, how do people okay, I don't know what's going on here. Give me just a second. So sorry. Okay, good morning. Hi, Vitaly, Lamora. Woo! This is gonna be good. Are we fired up? I'm not gonna apologize. Why should I apologize? I was sick this week. And so I don't sound the prettiest, although it is kind of sultry, isn't it? It's just a little sultry. So you get some sultriness going on from me. Yeah, so let's dive in. So if you are joining me, I did share a totally free 3-page guide with you, the actual 3 pages of journal prompts and questions that I ask the universe. It's really fantastic. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to give you a screenshot of it here. So it's called the Mindset Reset, and it's this 3-page workbook that I put together that this, ladies, I'm not even kidding you, what can get me through the day, lots of days, because we go through peaks and valleys and highs and lows as an entrepreneur. It really triggers those things in us. And so I really sat and I thought about, what is it that I do? How is it that I'm able to push through and move through and drive through? And it absolutely does. It starts with mindset. And we're going to talk a lot about that today. I have oh my gosh, so many notes that I was I don't want to miss something. I hate when I just hop on a Facebook Live and I'm shit, I wanted to say that. So I have lots of great stuff we're going to cover. If you can't watch the whole thing, totally get it. At least archive this video, come back and listen to it, because it's going to be good. So the first thing that you need to know about me, if you're new to me, is that I totally love acronyms and coming up with really creative ways to trigger things in my mind of when something's going wrong or when something's going good. I love to have acronyms. So the first acronym that I'm going to share with you today when your mindset needs a reset is Go All CIA on it. Which has a really fun approach. It's a really fun way to kind of think of it, because the CIA, they're I love coming up with does it seem corny? Maybe, I don't care, but it reminds me, what is my acronym for getting into my mindset and getting things getting all scrappy and getting in there and figuring it out and finding the solutions and finding the answers? It's CIA. And so the C that I want to touch on is, when you really start to feel yourself falling, when you start to hear the negative talk going on in your mind, or you're feeling triggered by seeing other people have success, or other people that are maybe doing what you want or have what you want, this is the first thing that I want you to go to, is letter C, which is clarity. We have to get clarity around the issue. That is number one. At least it's number one for me. Now, there are people that teach mindset in lots of different ways. This, big hair there. this personally is the process that I go through and the process I recommend my clients, because I'm speaking from experience, because this is what has worked for me, because this is what brought me to 0 to 500K in 4 years. Like, that's why I am talking about this, because it worked for me. And so if it worked for me, I'm hoping it can work for somebody else too. Okay? I'm not saying it's absolutely when I give my opinion, when I give my perspective, when I coach on this, I'm coaching based off of like what the universe has given me to go with here, ladies. So let's dive into this. So issue clarity is always number one. So clarity. Some of the things I want you to really be asking yourself when those triggers are coming up, when you're frustrated, when you're fearing, when you're doubting, when you're wondering, am I even on the right path anymore, is what is truly going on? What really is the issue here? Okay? And the other question that I want you to ask is just like that. What do I think is the issue? Because I guarantee you, once you start, it's just like Donkey and Shrek. I watched that movie with my son not too long ago, and I was like, oh my God, that's so true. Like, we start to peel those onion layers back, and what we actually think is the issue is really not the issue. So I want you to get really clear in what is my issue here. Is it that I think I'm not good enough? Is it that I think somebody's better than me? Is it that I think I can't do this? Is that I think I don't have enough boundaries? Like, really start to just give yourself some clarity around what the actual issue is there. It amazes me how many people do not take the time to just clear their desk and sit with the issue that is coming up for them, to be able to work through it. I'm not kidding you. Like, all it sometimes takes is just asking. And we'll get to asking in just a second. I don't want to give away too much, but that might be the A. So I want you to really sit with the issue itself. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I thinking this way? What do I truly desire? What do I really want to be thinking right now? What do I really want to be doing, instead of being pissed off or triggered or frustrated or really stuck and not able to, like, I mean, it can get really brutal where you're not wanting to get out of bed. I'm so sorry. You're not wanting to take action. You're not wanting to do anything. You're just wanting to Netflix binge. Like, the world needs your gift. And your gift is not serving anybody when you're just Netflix binging. Are there times and places for that? Absolutely. If you haven't watched Stranger Things, perfect example. But not when you are a purpose-driven entrepreneur. Is that the primary focus of what you need to be doing all day, every day, is doubting yourself and questioning yourself and fearing yourself, okay? So if you guys, thank you for the hearts. It lets me know you're still here with me. So letter C, get clarity on the issue. Really be honest with yourself. Like, what is it that is giving you this, like, frustrated, why you're in that frustrated space, okay? So that's number one. Number two, or letter 2, I, is identify. Start to identify the issue of saying, is this new? Is this a new issue for me? Or is this, oh my God, here we go again. Because there's a high probability that this is probably the same type of issue that has been coming up for you time and time and time again. And when it's something that you hear new level, new devil, I totally have a different opinion on that. I really think it's new level, same devil, where a lot of these things, there's these bigger issues that we are here to work through and clear through. So letter I is really identifying, is this a new issue I'm having, or is this a repeated pattern? Is this a behavior? Is this something that's coming up again for me? So, and then letter A, so we're going CIA on this. Letter A is asking for answers. And this, again, I feel like it's something so simple. It's there absolutely for every human being on this planet. And yet we don't take the time to do it, to actually slow down, clear space, clear what we have going on in the moment, and just ask. Ask our higher selves, ask our soul, ask God, the universe, like whatever label you want to put on it, ladies, put on it. But that answer, the answer that you need is always accessible. It's always accessible. And it can simply start from just asking the question, what is the best step that I could take right now to overcome this issue? What is the best step I could take right now to work through this and to give my mindset that reset? Now, I guarantee you, the universe will always provide a solution. The universe will always provide an answer. The universe has your back. Your higher self has your back. It's not going to freaking let you, the universe is not going to let you fall. I promise the universe is not going to let you fall when you ask. And you totally come to that place of surrender, of just saying, I am ready, and I choose transformation, and I choose to work through this, and I choose to heal through this, and I choose to clear through this. I choose to learn from this so I can teach about this. Because the lessons that we are going through, I truly believe as soon as we go through it, we need to go help others that are going through the exact same thing. How many of you are a coach, a healer, an intuitive, a mentor, a guide, a therapist, a counselor, something, or have served at that capacity at some level and went through something really shitty in your life and were able to go back and help other people go through that exact same thing? How many in here have ever went through something that they thought was so terrible and so horrible, and yet when they came through it on the other side, they were able to help other people go through it and work through it and move through it with grace and with ease? Because the lessons that we're learning, man, we are here to be teachers. We are all here to teach each other. Nobody's above, nobody's below. Like, we are all equal light leaders here. And that is absolutely what we need to be bringing to the table, is the lessons in light that we have learned. And when you can do that, man, like, it feels good. You can start to appreciate those dark moments a little bit more, those valley moments. You know, now when things get stuck, when things get foggy, when I get frustrated, I'm just like, oh, I cannot wait to see what's on the other side of this. I cannot wait to see what is on the top of this mountain that I am climbing right now, because I know I'm going to be able to go inspire somebody with it. I'm going to be able to go drive somebody with it, move them, motivate them. Something good is coming from this. So I just want you to wrap your arms around that. The darkest times often have the biggest lessons. They really do. You know that. That's not like some big secret to life, right? But it's really truly what you take from that and what you do with that. So I didn't mean to get off on a tangent there, but at the same time, it's coming to me and it's coming through me for you. So when you're asking what is your next best step, let's go back to A, right? Like, asking for answers. I'm so sorry, I'm like so stuffed up. I can't like blow my nose on a Facebook Live. Gross. Okay, so the next answer, here's what I want you to know is how the universe will respond, and it's going to respond in lots of different ways. So some of the most common things that you could do. So if you sit there and you ask, like, all right, universe, I need some answers. I need to know, like, what can I do? I want to move through this. I want to work through this. I want to learn the lesson. I'm here. I'm open. I'm ready to move through this with grace and with ease, right? So we go and we ask that question. You will be shocked at some of the simplicities of the solutions. You might get the image of a book to read. You might get the image of a Facebook Live to go watch. You might get the image of a therapist that you used to work with that maybe you need to reach back out with. You might get the image of Indeed.com, that it's maybe time to look for a new job, or it's time to switch careers, or you will be amazed at how quickly when you give, I swear, you guys, I don't think you realize how long 5 minutes is. 5 minutes, do you have, I don't know, somebody do the math here. Like, how many seconds are in 5 minutes? So there's 60 seconds in a minute. So 6 times 5 is what? So is that 3,000 seconds? Do you have any idea how many amazing ideas and answers and solutions that, is it 3,000? 5 minutes. Yeah, 300. Okay, 300 seconds. I don't care. 3,000. Give yourself even, give yourself 10 minutes. You can do the math. I can't, obviously, which is why I'm no longer in baking, apparently. But do you have any idea how the universe can wow you in those 300 seconds? Think about it. It could give you one idea after another for 300 seconds in a row. 300, okay? Like, that is how amazing and limitless the universe is for you when you open yourself up to that. Sorry about my math skills there. All right, so that's number one. I don't even know what number we're on. I never know what number I'm on, or if I'm on a number, if I'm on a letter, whatever, because I get fired up because I can't do numbers anymore. I'm over it. Who cares? Okay, so next. A lot of times mindset is fear. 99% of the time, mindset is fear. And it's because it's programmed. Our mind, our subconscious, it's programmed to keep you safe and protected and small. And it does not want to take any risks. It just wants to keep you safe. So love your mind. Don't get mad at your mind for trying to do its job. Like that's it. But a lot of the times what's going on in our mindset and what's keeping us stuck is the fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of what people are going to think, fear of if it doesn't work. And so one of the things, and I haven't shared this yet, that I have really been playing with is fear setting. We talk a lot about goal setting out there. We talk a lot about 90 days, blah, 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 and set these goals. And I love that. I do that too. But when I'm going after something big, when I'm going after a bigger piece of my purpose, when I'm going to that deeper soul level work, man, I got to do some fear setting. And I didn't realize that's what I was doing until I went to a TEDx not too long ago. Hi, Christy. Oh my God, I love you. Where are you? I know you're in Salt Lake, but I went to a TEDx show or TEDx conference event, and there was like something that was talking about like fear and overcoming fear, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's exactly what I do. I map out my biggest fear like as if it was a goal, as if like conquering that fear is my goal. So I should really put together a worksheet. Would you guys like a worksheet, something like that, to show you how I do like fear setting? But I literally put my fear at the top. Like, what is the worst that's going to happen if I do this? I'm going to go bankrupt. I'm going to lose my house. My husband's going to want to divorce me. I'm going to lose all my clients and have to go find a job. I'm going to not sell any tickets and be out $25,000 for my event. Like whatever it is, right? Like I go worst case scenario, like super drama, super trauma, like balls to the wall, like big fear, big F up, like what's going to happen. Okay. And then in the next category, I start to think about, okay, if this actually happened, how am I going to go all MacGyver on it? How am I going to get super scrappy, like go gadget and like make that shit work? Because I know me. I know me better than anybody else. And I know I am not going to let that worst case fall flat on my face, bank account drained, marriage dissolved, kids in foster homes, like have to go back to a job. Like I'm not going to let that happen. And I guarantee you, you are not going to let that happen either. So write out your fears, just like you write out your goals. And guess what I do when I'm all done with that? I put a big ass Sharpie marker, black X through all of it. And I do it anyway. I do it anyway. And I don't know why. Here's the thing that people ask me all the time. They're like, why? How do you do this? Like, how do you have this drive? How do you have this motivation? Like, I don't honestly know why I fear less. I really don't know why I fear less the most. I just can't let that fear fucking win. I just can't. I make fear my bitch. I cannot let fear win, because then that means I'm not in my purpose. I'm not serving at my highest level. I am not going to ever let fear win. I'm a pretty competitive person. Maybe that has something to do with it too. I want to always win. I always want the good to win. I always want the light to win. Like, I always shoot for the underdog. Like, my husband is like obsessed with sports, right? Like, pretty much if you walk into our house, there's probably ESPN on, right? And I'm telling you, like, no matter what game we turn on that we start watching, I will always shoot for the underdog. Whoever's behind in the game, I'm like, come on, make a comeback. Like, blow them up. Like, you can do this. Like, I get fired up for, like, the underdog. Like, for the people, like, oh. Like, isn't that just, like, the hero's journey, you know? Is this all? I hope this is registering, because I'm so thankful that you're here with me. Thank you. So, talk about fear setting. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is again, we're going back to mindset. I know I'm getting off here a little bit. I'm sure it's all relevant, because again, if it's coming to me, it's coming through me, it's for you, I guarantee you. So the next thing that I want to talk about is being prepared, like doomsday prepper type shit, right? Like if it was gonna be zombie, like, apocalypse, like, you would have a toolbox ready to freaking go. If it was going to be, you know, any of these other things. So I want you to think of, like, zombie apocalypse is, like, going to hit your business up, right? You need, and that's, like, really what, like, happens when, like, the mind and the subconscious starts kicking shit up and starts, like, attacking you. This, like, zombie apocalypse is happening. You've got to have your mindset toolbox. Totally. And here's what I want you to have in your toolbox. I want you to have it full of techniques, strategies, modalities, whatever it is, to get you going in the right direction with your thoughts again. Simple. We have to have your thoughts in a positive place so your emotions can be in a positive place. Because when your thinking and feelings are aligned, you're manifesting. When you're thinking, whatever you're thinking, you're feeling. Okay? And whatever you're feeling is what you're manifesting. That's what we need for you. Okay? We need you thinking and feeling in the right direction. Now, here's, in my opinion, again, in my experience, what is missing from mindset is the soul set work. You can't just all be mindset. It can't just all be, I'm going to think this way, I'm going to go that way, it can't all just be up in your mind. It also has to be deep in your soul. Okay? And when you start to do that soul set work, you know, like I go back to like the I in the CIA, identify, is this a new issue or is this a pattern? You guys, if this is a pattern, like that means that there's like some soul clearing that needs to happen. You need to get to that soul level. Like, stop focusing on up-leveling and next-leveling. Get to the soul level of some of that stuff. That's where the work is. That's where the healing is. That's where the answers are. That's where the solutions are. That's where the creativity is. It all comes from within. It's not always a mindset. It's not always a mindset issue. It is a lot of times it's a soul set issue too. So, issues that we identify in the CIA model, they're deep. They run deep. They run deep through our roots. And you need to get to the root to be able to clear them and release them and let go of them. Some are deeper than others. But again, a lot of times when we're getting to that new soul level, it's the same devil. So let's talk about money for a second, because that's a big one that I see is people fear their finances more than anything else. I swear to God, they fear, what if I don't have enough money? What if I can't pay my mortgage? What if my bank account gets zero? People fear finances more than anything. And what I just want you to know is that fear is probably always going to be around you, around money in some way or the other. Hate to break it to you, sister, but it's going to show up in a new way. Because as you get to the new soul level, you're going to have a new money devil. or you're going to have a new fear devil, whatever it is. But it's always going to kind of show its ugly head for you to honor, acknowledge, release, and keep going. So I got to tell you, like, these coaches that say, oh, I can get rid of all your blocks. They can probably get rid of some blocks for you, but those blocks, they're going to continue to come back time and time and time and time and time and time again. That is life. That is business. Like, it's not just for everything to be, like, you can't grow without going through those blocks, like, without having the block. It's the block that you learn from and grow from and expand from. That's transformation. But I'm telling you, you kickbox the block. You don't just sit there and take it. Like, you get to that soul level of the block, and you clear through it, you heal through it, you release it. And then you're ready to climb your mountain and deal with your next block that comes up. You can't get rid of them. It's life to learn from them. Stop thinking of them as blocks. Start thinking of them as lessons. What is the biggest lesson that I need to learn from this? What do I need to know from this? What do I need to grow from this? That is when things get really good, sister. So, new level, same devil, especially when you're doing this soul-driven, purpose-driven work. And if you're watching this video, that's absolutely you. And entrepreneurship, ladies, pulls up so many of these blocks and these lessons and these beliefs and these behaviors for us every single time. And entrepreneurship is truly, oh my God, like, you have no idea. Eva, that's so funny you say that, because I'm like really into kickboxing lately. Like, I'm like obsessed with it. And I've been using like all of these like kickboxing indos, like, I'm in your corner, this is round 9. Like, I love the kickboxing stuff, so that's funny. But what I want you to hear from that is entrepreneurship is personal development. Entrepreneurship is so much more than a marketing strategy and sales scripts. And I mean, I love all of those things so much. I love creating businesses so much. But it's also so much personal development. There's so much personal development in entrepreneurship. And you can't help being an entrepreneur, but to turn to personal development books and mindset and spirituality. Like, it just comes alive in you so much. And that's because entrepreneurship stirs up so much in your mind, in your soul. And that's why having that mindset toolbox full of all those modalities, techniques, tips, tricks, whatever it is, it has to be full for you to be able to go into when you need it the most. So some of the things I like to do for soul set work for myself, and I work with my clients on this a lot, forgiveness, the Ho'oponopono, like, it is like literally one of the only certifications I've ever been like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, because I love the modality so much. I've yet to find another way that is so powerful and works with me. And heals me so quickly and allows me to move forward so much more swiftly with grace and with ease. I really have. I also love tapping. I love emotional freedom technique. I just tap on YouTube. I do some Brad Yates, like, clear that shit out. Like, it's amazing what can manifest as soon as I do tapping. Meditation is another great one. You should be using meditation for everything. And when I meditate, like, I don't just like sit in silence. Like, I use my meditation as more of like a conversation with the universe. I really do. I use it to like clear space, shut the MacBook down, turn the phone off, turn on my diffuser, sit by my my beautiful, like, you want to see my meditation space down here? I'll show you. It's like, that's where I meditate, is over there. You can see I have my diffuser. You can kind of see I have my diffuser. I have oils. I have like just some things that are really private to me and important to me. I have candles. I have incense. I have cards. cards, and I typically sit over there with my Coffee with the Universe daily journal. And I'm just here to tell you that the soul set work that I do over there, it's where I get answers, it's where I get clarity, it's where all the magic happens for me. It's where, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, I love it. But having sacred space for my life and for my business is really important to me. So I love my office. It's amazing. So yeah, so those are like my 3 most common things that are in my like soul set toolbox. Oh my gosh, that scared me so bad. A big, huge icicle just fell outside my window. It startled me. So we have mindset, soul set, and it's also heart set. And I think this is something that a lot of people, I like to talk about this, and it's really loving the life you're living and the business you're building. I really believe as an entrepreneur, like you have to have alignment in your life as well. It can't be separate. You know, I've been saying this a lot lately, like you can't focus on attracting the ideal client if you're not the ideal you. And so before you focus on anything else, like, you know, really take time to look at the ideal version of you. Love the ideal version of you. How you're spending your time, who you're spending your time with, what activities are you doing, what days of the week are you working. I mean, there's so many, like, actually, I'm actually making, of course, like a ideal client checklist. Yeah, so I mean, really go through like your calendar. How do you want to be spending your time? Who do you want to be with? Are you carving out time for mindset? Are you carving out time for meditation? All of those things for the heart set, mindset, soul set work. And then the other thing is, you know, how do you want to feel emotionally? That should be a part of your ideal you. Financially, like what are those goals? Emotionally, you want to be setting emotionally charged goals. So there's a lot to determining who the ideal version of you is. But when you are clear on who that is, you are in the prime position to attract the ideal client, the ideal business, the ideal partner, the ideal bank account, whatever it is. So stop worrying about the ideal client, start worrying about the ideal you. If you get anything from this call, please get that. Okay. So back to heart set. So I really also want you to embody that feeling good is the most important thing on your to-do list. If you have a to-do list for today, does it have, how do I want to feel on it? I would love to know. I really would, because if it doesn't include like the top 3 ways you want to feel today, go back and rewrite your to-do list. And, you know, I think the other thing that I just want to leave with is mindset can be as complicated or as simple as you make it. It really can. It can, you can sit there and you can say stuck and you can want to stir it up and go, like, your mind can take you wherever you want to go. But I want you to control your mind, and I want you to control the thoughts you're thinking and the emotions that you're feeling. And all of these things that I'm covering with you today are to get you back into your power position where you are loving the life you're living, you're loving the business you're building, you're acknowledging and you're aware of the thoughts you're feeling, of the thoughts you're thinking, and the emotions that you're feeling. I'm going to leave you with another acronym, I promise. Like, this is the last one, but this is a really, really good one. I call it FAST, F-A-S-T. So the F is when things are, again, they're starting to feel funky, stuff's out of whack, you're just like, oh my God, like I just don't even know what's going on right now, I don't know what to do. I want you to, number 1, F, is feel it. If things are spiraling that quickly, how are you feeling? Where are you feeling it? Like for me, I feel my worry in my chest. My chest will just constrict and tighten. And so as soon as I start to feel that, like, oh my gosh, like I feel it physically in our bodies. I mean, our bodies are so divinely designed that it tells us when we are out of alignment with what we want. So I feel it. I acknowledge it, like, oh, okay, all right, I'm feeling this, I'm aware of this, I'm acknowledging this, and then I soothe it. So if you feel your fears in your stomach, if you get a headache, if you get it in your chest, you have to be able to soothe that feeling. Because you have literally, if you're all worked up like that, you have hit the stop button to manifesting whatever it is you desire. The money, the partner, the business, like, I don't care what it is. So you've got to be able to soothe that fear. And then letter T is think. Be so thankful for your body that it is telling you, it is throwing up these red flags. It's throwing up these like red, like stop lights, amber, stop feeling like this. Like pay attention here. You're not in alignment with what you desire. So I really want you to stick with that acronym, FAST, because once you feel it and acknowledge it, you can soothe it, you can thank it, and you can release it, and you can move on to your next mountain. So let's do some Q&A. Anybody, I kind of feel like, oh, I just like gave birth. Like that was just amazing. I felt like really good about all of that for you. So who has some questions? I'll give it a second for people to pop some questions in, like where maybe you feel stuck, you don't know what to do for mindset. This is definitely a big piece. A big piece of the work that I do with my clients is around some mindset, but I also, it's that soul set work, it's that heart set work, but it is also, I'm here to tell you, like, I love getting into business. I love getting into your business so much. I know business. Like I've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years. I've been an online entrepreneur for about 4 years. When it comes to marketing and sales and all the creative ideas that are needed for this, like, girl, I am here for you. So I actually have a super new, amazing, fun mastermind coming out that I can't wait to share. So if you're interested in that, hit me up. And so, one of the things that I do I'll talk about this for a second. One of the things that I do for my clients is I have these, I used to call them like, what the fuck, I'm stuck sessions, like these 15 minutes, like in between our time together. They get scared, they get stuck, they have like something that happens they can't just move through and work through. I have these 15-minute sessions. And so if you're going through something like that, like I'm just going to throw a couple of those out there. I'll put a link in to book a 15-minute session with me. So, all right, so let's see what some of these, feel, acknowledge, soothe, and thank. Not think, thank. Thank, I know it's hard to hear because I'm like sick. Lynette, it's thank your body. Thank you, like have a moment of like gratitude that like our bodies are so gloriously designed that they tell us when we're out of alignment. Okay, so mindset for the infancy stages of starting an idea into a business. Ooh, let's see. Let's see, I just want this to be more intuitive. So for Lynette here, what would be the best thing for infancy mindset? So number one is, I want you to get clear, like I was talking about, Lynette, on the ideal version of you. It really starts with that. How do you want to serve at your highest level? What are your emotional goals? What are your financial goals? Like, get really clear on your desires. So much of what happens in business has nothing to do with business at all. It really is. And so I want you to just start with really getting clear on who you are, how you want to serve, how you want to be spending your time, what kind of money do you want to make, what kind of impact do you want to make. That's equally important. She also says the can't or what if I fail. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Like, and that's where I think, like, I don't know if you were here for the part where I was talking about fear setting. Do some fear setting around that. What would failure look like? How could you overcome failure? Get get it all mapped out and wrote out. Like, have you ever given yourself, like, honestly, like a VIP day? I think that's one of the best things any business owner can do. Go to a really nice restaurant, go to the library, like someplace that makes you feel good. I love Barnes & Noble. I love like Starbucks in there, and to be surrounded by all the books and the energy. Like, bookstores are freaking bomb. Love the energy of a bookstore. But find a place, give yourself a VIP afternoon. Switch, even though I have like an amazing office that I love, sometimes I need like a new environment just to get recentered and refocused. So try something like that. Yes, love the What the Fuck session. Yeah, they're fun. Casey Allen, I'm currently working on changing my path in life, career-wise. In the meantime, I am miserable with my current job, but I cannot seem to get past my misery until I can take the next step. Casey, girl, I feel you. So when you are at a job, and actually, if you're in my Facebook group, Facebook Coffee with the Universe, I did a Facebook Live about this not too long ago, from corporate to calling. So I'm really sorry, but I'm like super stuffy. Okay, so when you are in a job that you do not like and you are miserable going, at some point you have to create the exit strategy. You cannot continue to stay there and let the job suck your soul. You can't do it. So sometimes even just the like putting pen to paper and starting to create the exit strategy and what would that look like and how much money would I actually have to bring in. I'm here to tell you that sometimes just that is enough for you to start feeling like you're working in the right direction. When you can create an exit strategy for yourself, your mind can like wrap its arms around that. And so some of the things that I would think about at your corporate or at your job right now, Casey, is what can you learn? I have a client right now who desperately wants to leave her 9 to 5 so she can start her own business, be in her business full time. She already has a business, but she wants to be in it full time. And I said, what can you like be learning right now at your job? So you're more thinking like you're in a training center, you're learning, you're experiencing, like how much can you absorb from the experience you're in? And how much can you like appreciate the income that's coming in? So just try a couple of those things and see if you can shift your energy and your perspective on that. Let's see. Love bookstores and coffee shops. Girl, cheers to coffee with the universe, even if it's at a coffee shop. So I hope that you guys love this. I am going to include a link here in a couple different places for the 3-part mindset reset workbook. It's full of journaling prompts, my questions that I ask the universe. It's a great little resource guide for you. If you love today, if you love the energy, if you would love to see how I can support you in your life and in your business, would love for you to book a 15-minute mindset reset session with me. I would love to just, see if it makes sense for us to work together. You like my unicorn? I really hesitated putting the unicorn up. So thanks, Christy, because I'm not like one of those super like, oh, I'm a unicorn. Like, I think they're really magical and really cool. But I really liked it. So thank you. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here with me. This was fantastic. I hope you got a lot out of it. And I am looking forward to more connecting. I have so much stuff coming out. Like, I've been on like content creation overload. You guys want to hear some of the like super cool stuff coming, so you can make sure to like tune into these Facebook Lives. So I'm pretty sure next week for you, I'm going to have the ideal client, ideal you checklist. I have the 90-day aligned action plan coming. I have a PDF and a video coming, how to network like an extrovert when you're an introvert. I have a Sales Accelerator Masterclass coming. I have a Carpe Creativity Workshop, totally free. All this is totally free, you guys, too, just so you know. I have a Carpe Creativity Workshop. Basically, we're going to package up your passion, and you're going to have like your offer, your signature offer kind of thing to bring to the world. And then I have the Heart and Soul swipe file coming, which is full of how I have kept my business totally booked with sales that come from a place of heart and soul. So Super excited to share all of these amazing resources with you for free because that's what feels good to me. People are always like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, you could charge for this. Well, I don't want to charge for it. I want to give it to you for free. That's like part of the impact that I'm making here in the world. I don't have to like put a price tag on absolutely everything that I put out. I really only charge for my like one-on-one coaching and this new mastermind that I have coming, which you're going to see lots of good stuff on. So don't go buying anything. Don't go hiring any coaches until you see this like super sexy, amazingly affordable and high value jam-packed mastermind that is coming out. It's so good. Can't wait to share it with you. So, all right, guys, be the good, be the light, go love the life you're living and the business you're building. See you guys soon.